All right, let's get into our guest speaker. He hails from, I guess he's back in Houston where his son's at. But as you know, he's building Houston. He's also building Miami. We met for lunch down there and sat down and broke bread. And he's in Baltimore. When he first landed here, he was living in this country and he saw the plane go overhead. He goes, my God, one day I'm going to go to America one day, one day, one day. And he wanted to be a pilot. If he had to, look, he's trying to get up that little rock. If I had to be a pilot, I got to get out here and go to America because he understood there was more opportunity, listen up, in America than where he came from. And it's unfortunate we had that opportunity, but we got to just go work for it. He knew if he landed here, he knew it was, he said America was called the land of what? Opportunity. Wow. And he landed on his feet. He started doing odd jobs. He was also a lifeguard. He learned how to swim. And then he would start working at, what place was it called? Applebee's, and flipping burgers. And he found out he could make more money with his conversation. That's the third highest level of wealth generation is conversation, communication. And he made more money doing that than I could do flipping burger, doing manual work. I could make more money speaking with my mouth. There you go. That's right. And he got involved. He saw it the first day. Says, I'm in. Went full board. Did so well that he got him a little pit, got a nice little property on top of a building, and several nice little toys to run around town in. And all of a sudden, it blew up to be so big. We knew him as the Wolf Pack, and I saw him at some of the conventions and crowd around him. I thought one of the presidents of the United States. Who was that? Some VIP walking around, and he was right in the center of it. And he built such an organization that did so well. And as people do in our organization, some of them like they take off and anyway, start over again. You know, I remember when I hear a story, it blesses me because I had to start my business 3 times before I finally got some traction. And I hung in here and I kept saying to myself, if somebody else could do it, why not me? Right, Kathleen? If they can do it, why not me? It's going to take a little longer, but I'm going to hang in there till I get there. And that's what he did. He said, well, I did it once. I could do it what? Twice. Without further ado, can we give a warm welcome to one of the youngest regional vice president in ACN, probably the youngest SVP in ACN. Can we give a warm welcome to the great regional vice president, Shakeel Cooper?
I'm excited to get on the call today. And what you talked about actually changed what I wanted to speak about today, which is financial literacy. But for the people on the call, you guys get the opportunity to work with Mr. Thomas, and you guys are very blessed and fortunate that you have a mentor and someone that's going to hold your hand throughout the opportunity. You know, and what I value now is that, you know, we have opportunities that have such great mentorship in ACN, and most people just take it for granted. You know, but when you understand that these individuals have been able to do something over a long period of time that the average person they can't even do it for 6 months, and they've been able to do it and have success, and to be able to say, you know what, I want to teach you guys on how to do it faster and not go through the same things. And that's one of the things that I always admired being a part of this opportunity was the mentorship. My mentor, Mr. Adam Roop, he's my best friend. You know, I learned so much, and I value and I'm grateful for mentorship. So you guys understand that you have someone like Mr. Thomas in your corner, take advantage of it, because I'm just fortunate enough that I've been able to build a relationship with him. But for the people on the call who don't know who I am, my name is Shakeel Cooper. Like Mr. Thomas said, I got involved in this opportunity 11 years ago. No business background, grinding at Applebee's, going to college. And when I saw that ACN was something that it just made sense, you know, Mr. Aaron Burt, he was a 5th grade teacher at my elementary school. And, you know, his wife, Miss Chanel Burke, she grew up around the corner where I'm from. So it's just like, if these folks can do it, I can do it too. So when I got started right away, you know, the reason why financial literacy is so important because, you know, my stepdad had me on all his credit cards. When I was 18, I was able to get a car. And I remember signing up with NACN on my credit card. So while most people were trying to figure out how to get the money to sign up, I already had a credit card. I just signed up on a credit card. So that's why I told most people is that if you understand financial literacy, you can actually get started on a card. Just think about so many people that did the right things and went out there and learned, you know, how to be financially strong, because if you're not, you're always going to be on this hamster wheel, working, get paid, spend all your money. Mr. Thomas just said, there's a bunch of people in the mall right now that's spending a whole bunch of money that they don't have just to get into debt, just to do the same thing over and over every single year. You would think that most people kind of wake up to it now, like, how long am I going to keep doing the same cycle? And what do you get in return? debt. Do you know that it's good debt and there's bad debt? Most people bad debt, and they do it for every single year, every holiday season. Like, you don't have the money, but you go broker to make people happy, and then they don't even care about it after a couple weeks. Most people still have things in their closet with tags on it that they never wore again. So when I understand how it is to be financial literacy, that you have to go out there and really learn about business. You have to learn that you want to invest your money. The money that you make in ACN, don't think about how much money I can make to go spend. Think about how much money can I make in an opportunity that I can put back into the opportunity to keep growing the opportunity. Because when you treat it like a business, you get paid like a business. See, when I was building ACN, I wasn't thinking about, making enough money to go pay my bills and do these things. I was thinking the more money I make, the more money I can put back into the business. Because guess what? It's like an avalanche. You start small, but the more you put back into the business, the more the business is going to put back into your life. See, most people, when they make money in the business, they spend it on everything but the business. You got to invest into yourself. I was just looking back at some pictures and videos because we did the call with Mr. Thomas the other day, and it gave me a lot of flashback. And I was literally going through all the pictures. I'm like, man, I really lived life. I was watching through the ups and the downs. I'm like, I had pictures of me at the condo I stayed downtown, and I'm overlooking the whole entire downtown, Harbor East, in the pool, just living life. I'm 21 years old. And then I saw just my whole journey, because I got about 100,000 pictures and videos in my phone since I've ever had an iPhone. So I can literally go back in my phone, and my whole entire journey is in my phone. And just seeing that, like, kept going when most people gave up. The everyday average person, they gave up on their dreams a long time ago. I'm still more excited about my dreams today than when I started 10, 11 years ago. See, because when most people are not where they say that they want to be, they give up. They said to themselves, man, you know, how long? I'm just excited that I get a chance to actually go through the journey. Because when you understand that if you do it right the first time, you don't got to keep doing it over and over again. So for me, I'm like, listen, you got to work hard anyway. You might as well put your time, energy into one thing and just keep doing that one thing. And eventually that one thing is going to take off. That was literally my mindset. So while other people are trying to figure out what to do this and do that, since I've been doing ACN, I've never had a job in almost 11 years. I'm not saying that that's most people's story. I just choose to just go through it, then to give up on my dreams by saying, you know what? Times are hard right now. I gotta go pay the bills. Listen, sometimes the bills got paid, sometimes the bills didn't get paid. But I put that money back into my business because I knew that one day I will never have to worry about these bills ever again. So it's all about your vision. Are you long-term driven? So I put together a few tips going into 2025 if you plan on having success. Number one, you want to embrace the digital landscape, meaning that you got to be online. Online is where the money's at. If you're not using social media to build your name, your brand, if you're not using it the right way, you're getting left behind. There's so many different apps. You can pick YouTube, you can pick TikTok, you can pick Instagram, Facebook. There's so many different tools now that you can use to build your brand where you can now reach more people. Just imagine being able to reach thousands and millions of people online compared to you're trying to walk to people in person and say, hey, are you open to making an extra couple $100 a month? Like, no, you can meet people on social media, market yourself right, and now they calling you to do business with you. I tell you guys all the time, every day somebody calling me, they got some business plan or they need some advice or, because you get paid for the value that you bring to the marketplace. I am very valuable to the marketplace. I know the value that I bring because I have years and trials and error of going through it, having it, not having it, and just most people they don't even get a chance to get it. So I've been able to go through the ups and the downs to be able to teach other people on how to not go through the ups and the downs. And number two, focus on building authentic relationships. You want to build relationships. Listen, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have any relationships, because sometimes there's certain rooms that you can't get in no matter how much money you have. It's all about who you know. It's all about who you know. It's the reason why successful people hang around other successful people. Number three, master short form video content. Do videos. You people want to hear you, people want to see, people want to know who you are. Just share videos, just share content about things that might inspire people, because the ultimate goal is what? To inspire people. I post short videos of me working out. A lot of people hit me up and say, hey man, you getting up going to the gym early is motivating. I'm not even talking on the videos, but it's short and I do it consistently. Because you always want to have that mystique to you. Most of the time, most people don't even I rarely talk online. If I do, it's super rare, but I figured out my own niche, because I always want to have that type of mystery to myself where people think they know me because I'm on there all the time, but they don't know me. When you look at certain people, it's like you always heard about them, but you don't see them, but they've been able to become that celebrity effect for their entire life and use that as an advantage, because if people don't want to be like you, people don't want to be inspired by you, then what's the point? The ultimate goal is to inspire people, right? Number four, diversify your marketing strategy. Don't rely on one method like social media. Some people still do email marketing or in-person events and things like that, or different Facebook groups. You just got to be creative. One thing I've done is host networking events. I don't care what business you do, whatever. Listen, we are networking. The goal is to get everyone and put them all into your network, because you don't know who they know. So we just have regular networking event. People get a DJ. We do headshots. People can leave with a professional pictures that they can use for their LinkedIn or they can use for their Facebook. Now you're getting marketing content. You'll be able to exchange business cards with different people. So one of the things I love about ACN was the events. Every event is a networking event, because you're networking with different people throughout the country. I know so many people all across the world that I met through ACN. I know people in Australia, people living in Dubai, and I'm like, I met them in ACN. I've been able to build a large network of people that met me through this opportunity, right? Develop a strong personal brand. Like Mr. Thomas said, I had a brand. What was the brand? The Wolfpack. That was the brand. When people saw the Wolfpack, they already knew Shakeel Cooper. What's your brand? Think about Nike. When you think about Jordan, you think about Michael Jordan, you think about Cole, that it's a brand. What's your brand? Some people on the call like designer things, Gucci, Louis. Guess what? That's a last name. That's a brand of a family last name, So what's your brand? Then we got commit to ongoing training and development. You got to stay updated on the industry trends, because the company is growing. They started off selling home phones. We sell everything now. We're the Amazon of services. So when you understand how big Amazon is, and they mostly sell products, ACN is the Amazon of services. You can go to one website and purchase all of the services that you need. Healthcare, phone. Like, think about it. What other business that that's even close to the type of business model that ACN have? I still haven't found another one. So again, you got to understand what you have your hands on. And if you do understand what you have your hands on, you're not going to play around with it. I'm so happy that I took the business serious back then. I can imagine seeing the opportunity today and doing it right now. There's nothing wrong with it. But just imagine back then, it was hard. It has its pros and its cons. We didn't have Zoom back then. We had to drive. We had to do all of these different things. But I'm so happy and grateful that I've been able to go through the different trends and be able to get to the top of the company still, because guess what? As things change, you have to change. You can't sit around and complain about how great things was back in the day, because things are still great now. It's all about your mindset. You got to be grateful. See, I'm just grateful about anything and everything, and I just make the best out of any situation. And I was just talking to someone about this earlier. I'm like, if you just be grateful for the little things, you'll be grateful for the great things. Because even when I had my first car, it was a beat up Honda Civic. I think it was like a 1991. I got from my stepdad. I mean, the car was beat up. I still got a picture of it to this day. And I was grateful for the car. I remember having to put carpet inside of the car. You ever saw carpet that you put in the office, the cheap carpet? It was a free car. So I couldn't complain. I was just grateful. And then I remember washing the car all the time and just really taking care of the car. So because I was grateful for that, then I got my next car, which was an Infiniti. Then I went to a BMW M6, and then I got a Tesla. It's like I'm grateful throughout my whole entire journey, even when I had to go back to the Nissan Altima. I was grateful. I always wash my car. That's what people don't understand. It's all about gratitude. You got to be grateful. I don't complain. So it always seemed like I always got life figured out. No, I'm just grateful. I have nothing to complain about. I could be back in Trinidad right now doing who knows what. I got a chance to come to America, find a business at a young age, have a mentor that was successful, got a chance to get around more millionaires that gave me the blueprint. And I've been able to teach it to other people. And by doing that, I've been able to be wealthy in time for the past 11 years. I literally only worked 2.5 years of my life at a job. And even when I was working at Applebee's, I still wasn't complaining. I was working every single day. If you work every day, you're gonna make some money. I just wasn't comfortable with that type of money because I knew that there was people that was making 6 figures a month, 6 figures a week, 6 figures a day. I knew that in order for me to get that big mansion, in order for me to get that yacht, in order for me to get all of those expensive abundance things in life that most people don't care about. But guess what? Again, I only know people that live this thing called life one time. I want to live it to the fullest every day. I got friends that they go to Dubai like it's going to Miami, just to hang out. Those are the type of people that you want to spend time with and get around because you always spend the most time with. You hang around people that's doing better in life, that have more in life. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to start to have some of those same things, right? Number 7, lead by example. Just lead by example. Be the example that you want other people to go out there and be motivated to become. Because if you just lead by example, see, people just do what you do, they don't do what you say. So I got great at not telling people what to do. Like, I'm just going to hustle and just do it every single day. And you're going to see the results of me doing it. And by doing that, either you're going to get motivated or you're just going to be stuck doing what you're already doing. So I'm not a person that, I'm sitting around begging and convincing people to do something to change their life. It's like, I'm going to show you one time and I'm going to just go do it without you. Because if you get a chance to get around me and you don't take advantage of it, you are tripping. I wish I had me growing up. It's mind-blowing to learn the information and I was just all in. If you just get all in and you just say to yourself, like, I want this thing to work, it will work. Like, there's really no secret to the success other than every single day you got to do something to move forward. You have to do something, and you can't lie to yourself. You can't say to yourself, I worked today, but you did not work today because a lot of people, they lie to themselves. It's easy to lie to your mentor. It's easy to say, I want this to work and my family need this, but did you really work today? Did you pick up your phone and make any money today? Did you? Because if that's not your mindset, then why are you in business? Because in business, if you don't make money every single day, I don't care what business you own, what's going to happen to that business? You're going to be out of business. Treat this business the same way. You treat it like a business, you pay it like a business. You treat it like a hobby, you get paid like a hobby. Then we got, number 8, leverage technology. You got to use, it's different apps you can use to follow up with people. There's so much stuff out here nowadays that it's actually information overload. You got to actually want the information. It is so easy to be successful in 2024 that if you're not having success right now, it's because you don't want to. There's no excuses. I don't care what you tell. There's no excuses. You got a car, you don't have enough money, go drive Uber. Go deliver food. Go do what you got to do. Go work at McDonald's. Listen, if I was broke and I had to start all over again, I always said, I go to McDonald's because before you know it, I'm going to be the manager. Because once, it doesn't matter where you at, it matters the value. The value. You can go one day from being the fry person to now you own 10 franchises because you're so valuable to the organization. So again, I tell people, there's no excuses. Don't blame anything. You can't blame anything because we have so much available to us, right? Number 9, set clear goals and stay accountable. Stay accountable to yourself. You don't need any accountability partners. It's great to have those, but why not be accountable to yourself? Because I'd rather be accountable to myself because I don't want to let me down. I don't want to let myself down. And the only way to not let myself down is like, yeah, I actually did something every single day. So when I go to sleep at night, I know I did something today to move my business forward tomorrow. I don't care if I talk to one person, I did something. It's better to do something than nothing, because if you just do something, listen, over and over and over again, it's only a matter of time before you become successful. And last but not least, celebrate small wins and motivate your team. The best way to motivate your team is by doing what? Keep showing them that you're getting better in life. You're leveling up. Like, if you're not inspiring your team, how are they going to be motivated to keep going? See, the reason why my organization is still here today, because I always stayed ahead of them. But I also is showing them what's possible. Like, hey, you working hard too, but guess what? You see, I'm still grinding. You see, I'm out here still networking, still doing what I got to do to build my network so that, guess what? My business continue to grow for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. See, from the beginning, I always knew that 10, 20, 30 years from now, I was still going to be here. Most people couldn't see themselves past 4 months, 4 weeks. It's about to be 12 years. I'm only 31. So just imagine you start something at 20. When as ACN grow, I grow. In the next 20 years, ACN is going to be, what, a 50-year-old company. And I'll be involved in the company for, what, 30 years. And I'm 30 right now today. Do you understand how mind-blowing that is? To see something at 20 years old at its peak, and you got involved because it's all about timing. It's all about timing. I got in at the right time. But I did the work, because it'll be crazy if I got in at the right time and I didn't take advantage of it. So you got to know what you got your hands on. I knew that I work everybody. Just do it every single day. I was looking at pictures, and I'm going to start posting more pictures and videos of my journey, because most people tend to forget. Like, I did the work. I turned every house into an office. I moved my team in my house. I mean, listen, I did whatever it took for us to keep going. I wasn't comfortable for years. You got 10 people in the house, everybody on the couch, on the floor. Listen, every single day, parents kicked them out the house. Just come live with me. Pay no rent. Just work. We was just working. I paid all the bills because I knew that they need to be focused on building a business, not stressed out about where they got to lay their head. And, so I did a lot of sacrifices for my team to win. And that's why we're still winning. What sacrifice are you going to do for your team? So I can talk like this because I put in the work, I invested my money, and I'm still out working. Everyone that I started with, I'm still not comfortable. No matter how great the story sounds, I ain't seeing vice president yet. That's the ultimate goal. But it's going to happen. And it don't matter when it happened. I just know it's going to happen. And it's going to happen exactly when it's supposed to happen. See, I don't get tripped up about when things are supposed to happen, as long as I'm putting in the work, as long as I'm investing my time, my energy, and putting money back into my business. This is a business. You treat it like a business, you get paid like a business. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'm excited. I'll be flying out of town for about another week or so. So I'll be in another city when I talk to you guys. It seems like it's every time I get on these calls, I'm always in multiple cities for that entire month. But that's just how life is, because successful people are always on the move. They're never sitting in a house with their feet up watching TV. Like, no, you got to be on the go. You got to go get the money. Go meet the people. Success is not going to come to you. You got to go after it. So I thank you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys on a call next week. Go check out the YouTube. Go check out the podcast. And, we had a great time. And if you was really smart, you would get a notepad and a pen. We dropped a lot of gems. You guys got the blueprint. All you got to do is click play. So if you do that, you just keep listening to it. Me and Mr. Thomas, we just dropped one of the best podcasts. And thank you to Mr. Jabri for also putting all of that together. And, we're doing great things. So if you guys want to be a part of what we've been able to be built, because think about it, right? We've been doing this for years now. What you waiting on? I'm giving you the blueprint. Mr. Thomas, I only do this for him. Can nobody get me to do this as consistent? When I tell you nobody, nobody. But because I love you guys and we became a family, I'm giving you the blueprint. And you guys don't understand that, because of Mr. Thomas, we can do this for the next 10 years. And it's going to get better and better every other month. So you guys just take advantage of it and go out there and make it work. I'm giving you the blueprint. I don't know. I can't do it for you. I can't do the work for you, but I can give you the blueprint. So if you just go out there and do it and stop worrying about the negative things and just be excited about where you're even going. Stop thinking about where you at right now. You might have no money. You might be backed up on bills. You might be struggling. You might be going through all kinds of things right now. It's a new day to start over. It's a new day. You woke up today. So when you look at life that way, guess what? Just go out there. Every day you get a chance to start over. It's all about how you look at things. So that's all I got for you guys today.